Welcome back to the channel. My name is Patrick. Today's video I'm going to show you something. I'm going to show you exactly how I find trades. Okay, so normally I'm already in a trade and I'm showing you how it works out, then I'll show you how I found it. I'm going to actually show you in this video my process how I find my setups. Okay, so what I'm looking for, what my thought processes are before I get into a trade. Okay, so we're on Euro USD. We are 15 minutes into the London session and price is not doing much. Okay, just from the top, I mean straight away, what it looks like to me is it is trending up. We've got low here, higher lows, that's all been respected here, and it's just driven up here and it's pulled back into this last demand zone that drove it up. So I would expect it from here to continue going up. However, if you just zoom out a little bit, you see we are at highs here. Okay, so do I trade with the trend and try to get this to continue further, or do I look for a reversal? To be honest, I'm looking for a reversal at this point. Okay, because we are at highs and we've got a trend here, so there's liquidity, there's stop losses from the Asian session, and anyone that saw this big bullish candle will believe it's going up, so potentially the stop loss is just underneath here. So this could be a reversal just to drive down and take that. Okay, so I could do that, but I'm not going to get in yet. I could just get in here now for a sell, but I'm not going to do that yet because I need confirmation with price action to show me that it's going to do that. And the confirmation that I need to see is for it to break this current trend. So like I said, higher lows all being respected. If this price action now goes and breaks this low here, it's broken the trend. Okay, previously it hasn't broken any of it. Okay, so it's created a nice clean trend for people to follow and trade with. Once it breaks this, it's potentially going to run the rest of the liquidity that's been generated from the Asian session. Okay, and today is Monday, so I don't expect price to go far. And have I forgot something? Yes, I have forgot to mention something that is very visible. This gap. I did release a video about gaps, so if you've seen the video, you know what I'm talking about. This gap here. So from Friday it gapped up to Monday, right? Price will come down to fill this. It's a matter of time. Okay, so when I do get my confirmation of the breaking structure here, I believe price is going to fill this. We don't know when it's going to fill it. Okay, it could be today, it could be later on during the week. It may need a news catalyst to make price volatile enough to go there, quickly fill it, then continue going up. We don't know what's going to happen yet. So all I know from experience is eventually it will fill this gap. Okay, don't know when yet, so I do need some kind of confirmation it is going down. So we've got the price action, we've got the potential reversal, and we've got a point of interest where price will potentially go before it reverses and continues up or continues down and stays in its current zone. So that's what I see on the lower time frame, and this is one seen straight off the back, and I'm thinking, okay, maybe it's a sell. I also then switch to a higher time frame to confirm that I am in the right place, right? I am at highs, yep, cool, and I am looking to sell. Okay, cool, that makes sense to me. If I'm at highs, I'm not looking to buy. Okay, but I also zoom out just to make sure there's no liquidity sitting around where I am. I want to get in here, right, to drive it down. You can see that little gap there, makes sense. What I'm looking for is to make sure that there's no equal highs above here where my stop loss would be. My stop loss would be sitting right here. There's no equal highs. However, there is a point of interest, which is this supply zone. Okay, so let's go over to there quickly and have a look, see if it's something that we need to worry about. So I've had this marked out for a while and price is heading towards it. So let's just have a look at it. Where is it? Okay, cool. So price sold from here and it did not pull back into this zone, so this zone has not been used. So I do expect price to revisit this. When it gets here, it should react, and to be honest, that's where ideally I would want to take myself from. When it gets up into this zone here, from this low here to this high. So let's just box it up quickly so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so from this high here to this low. Okay, when price enters this zone, that's when I would expect the reversal potentially that we're seeing now. So it's a bit too early as well. So that's confirmation. I shouldn't just jump in looking for that sell now. Okay, so I'm just going to wait a little bit and see what happens. If I do get the confirmation with the breaking structure, I will take this out. But what I'll do, I'll use a negative risk to reward ratio to make sure that my stop loss sits just above this zone, okay, to keep me in the trade. Because what could happen is even after the breaking structure, it could still push up further to get into this zone, because this is the ideal place it should be sold from. It could, however, because we're just at the start of the London session, it could give us the small reversal there and drive for the liquidity there, and then later in the New York session does the reversal here and goes back up. It's too many possibilities at this time. This is what I mean. So that's why I try to keep it very simple on the low time frame and just wait. Okay, so if I get the price breaking structure there, I'll sell it using a negative risk to reward ratio to allow me to stay in the move if it tries to manipulate. Okay, so we've got our zones marked out. We've got our supply zone above there that's marked out on the higher time frame. We want to see price get in there and ideally be sold there, ideal place to sell from. However, we don't need to wait for that to make money. Okay, this could be reached later on during the week and I'll miss this opportunity on Monday. And we've got our point of interest down here from the demand zone where it gapped up. So if it does break structure here, it's very likely to head towards here, because as you know, the way price moves, it pulls, it pulls back. That flag, so pull, flags, pull, flags, pull. There hasn't been a flag back into this zone after it broke these highs. There will be eventually, just don't know when. So that's what we're waiting to see potentially with this move on the London session. If it breaks this low, we're getting in. Okay, all right, so let's see. Oh yeah, so that's my quick analysis on what happens. As you see, it doesn't take me long to view this. I spot this. I've been trading this way for a while now. I can see it straight away. It takes me about a minute to see, but it takes me about 5 minutes to explain. So what we're waiting for now, as I said, is that breaking structure. But what I do after I have looked at the charts, what I don't sit on the laptop just watching this, waiting for this. Okay, I just happen to be doing this because of this video, so I am only doing this for you guys. So again, if you do find this of value, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'll keep getting these videos out to you. So why I'm on here today is to record this to show you the process. So what normally I do at this point is actually set alarms. Okay, so I've set alarm for this low here. So I've set alarm just here at, so we're sitting at 761 here, and I've set alarm at 755, which is just above this low. Okay, because I want to know as soon as it hits there. Okay, because as soon as it hits there, what I look for is it breaks that structure, it pulls back in, and it's sold from there, right? So as soon as it gets there, I'm gonna have a look on my phone. There's an alarm set on my phone. Have a look. Has it broke structure? Yep. And I sell straight away. Okay. So I could target there, but you know, I prefer just to take a small scalp. So I'll probably just take my small win and I'm done for the day. I don't need, what is it? From this low to this low here is 30 pips. I don't need 30 pips. Okay. I'm happy at 10 pips right here. Yeah. Why? Because it means I'm in and out of the move as soon as possible. Waiting for 30 pips, it could be the whole day, if not the whole week. So I'm not interested in 30 pips. I don't need it. 10 pips is enough. Seriously. I am finding more and more people reaching out that trade with a negative risk to reward and have been scalping. I'm very grateful for your comments. I'm very grateful for you sharing, because this helps reinforce my knowledge based on what I'm doing, that there are other people actually scalping and using negative risk to reward ratio. So I appreciate all your comments and feedback, and just sharing of information, which is what I do, and I believe that is great value for those who are new to trading. Okay, so it looks like we're almost getting a breaking structure, so I'm being patient. I'm not jumping in here because this demand zone is still valid. Okay, it could just be pulling down, giving us the impression it's coming down, and from here shoot back up. I am waiting for it to break the structure. It has not broken any previous structure. Okay, now remember, all of this is just, none of this is necessary. This is traders or the algorithms or whatever the banks have set up against us. It does not need to create these nice clean patterns. They create these nice clean trends to entice us into the market, so it doesn't mean nothing to it's not a special zone or anything like that. It can break this zone and still go up. It doesn't mean nothing really. Okay, but however, based on information, based on price action, this is what I'm looking for. This is my setup. This is what I'm going to trade when I see it. Okay, so let's get ready just to jump in. Let's get this tool out, and what we're gonna do, we're just gonna go for one standard lot here, and we're looking for a sell. So if it does break that low, I will be selling now. So let's give it a minute. I think that's it. So you're gonna see a live trade at this point, and I did set another alarm. So where I marked out was 780 for that to reach the zone on the higher time frame that I marked out. So if it got up there, I would have a look and look for a breaker structure. If it's reached there, if it then breaks structure, I will sell from there. If it's break structure here, I will sell from here. And I'm trying to target that zone in theory. So what I may do actually, normally, like I said, I only need 10 pips. But what I may do is scalp it and leave a runner to show you guys. Nah, I'm just gonna scalp it. There's no need to break my disciplines just for views. So I'm gonna scalp it, get my 10 pips, and I'm done for the day. So let's just wait a little bit. Hopefully we get this. It's very tempting, to be honest, for me to jump in here. Very tempting, because it looks like I'm completely right and I could just sell it from there and actually get in the move sooner and be able to get more out of the move. But I am going to wait because I've learned that hard lesson in the past. Okay, but as you see, it's the same structure I traded. We've got the drive up, it pulls back here. From this point it's meant to drive up again, but look, it came up and pulled back down. So it already is giving me my structure. The confirmation is when it breaks this low, then I sell. Okay, I sell straight away when it breaks this low, because I don't wait for it to pull back, because sometimes it doesn't. And look, it's moving quite quickly, so it may not get that opportunity. Okay, I am going to sell now because I think it's going to drive straight through now. We are about 1 pip away. Let's give it, how many minutes have we got in this candle? We've got 3 more minutes on this candle, so it should get there. That's good enough for me. So okay, so we're in the trade now. That big push I just saw, it's clear now it's going to break that low. Okay, so we're in the trade now, and as I said, liquidity. Look, this nice clean trend that it created, liquidity. Okay, right, so it makes sense. All right, so we just need to set our TP and our stop loss, and I'm going to do that in a second. Bear with me. Okay, so we're back. I just had to do that offline so I could focus and get my numbers right and make sure my ratio was right. So I'm using one standard lot. I'm looking for 10 pips. It's a small scalp. I've been doing this all week and it's actually adds up, as I've mentioned a few times in my videos. These small wins do add up, and I am maybe taking about 2%, 2.5% a week if I have a good week. And sometimes I do take more than one trade, but on average 2% easily a week. I'm okay with that. In a month I'm making about 8%, so it's a decent return. I don't need much more, and as you can see, this is a lot easier than trying to get these big wins, right? Quick scalp, and if I'm wrong, cool. So anyway, we sold from here. As you see, it hasn't broken that structure, and that's why I said you should wait for that. I was a little bit impatient, but I'm confident it will break, and if it doesn't, I need to learn that lesson to wait until it breaks that low, okay? But everything I'm seeing, I'm liking so far, so I am confident it will break this low. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Cool. So we saw from there, 10 pips down. It's just here. Let me just check that, make sure I got my calculations right. Yeah, 10 pips down just there, and we're using a negative 2 to 1 reward, risk to reward. I am sticking to 2 to 1. Like I said, I don't really want to use more than that. So 2 to 1 here is about 19 pips, 20 pips, right? 20 pips, and it's just at the zone that just at the point I want it to be. Okay, so if it does come up and breaks this high, it means it's going further. Okay, so it is continuing its trend. So what it could do after breaking this high, it will pull back into the zone, and in theory I could buy it for it to continue the trend. Yeah, so there are things you can do if you take a loss, if you're following a strict routine. And because it's a strict routine, you're always seeing the same things, you know the behavior, and you know what happens when it doesn't work. When this kind of setup does not work, it means it's a trend continuation. It's going to continue going in the direction that it's been trending. So you could actually get back in and go in that direction, go with the trend, right? I'm not recommending it. It sounds like it's revenge trading. It sounds like it's switching directions. I am looking for a small scalp. I'm not looking for a swing. Okay, so I am basing my bias purely on price action on the given day, on the given moment, and I'm not looking at whether I'm long-term bullish or bearish in the market. I'm just looking for a scalp. Okay, that simple. I'm not looking for anything else. And as you see, I should be selling. I am at a high. I do not have any equal lows, equal highs above me. There's no liquidity above me. The money is here, and we do have a gap there, so I should be selling. It just makes sense. The only reason this would not go down is because it's Monday. Okay, Monday likes to play with me. So if it does not go down to fill this gap on a Monday after gapping up, it just doesn't make no sense. It's manipulation to entice us in to sell, and our stop losses is obviously above here, so we'll see what happens. Let's wait and see, and I'm going to come back and show you whether it's a win or loss. Okay, hopefully we get this breaker structure. If we get this breaker structure, we know it's going down, because that's where the money is. The money is there, stop losses are there, stop losses are there, the gap, the money is there. Okay, so, and we want to trade in line with what the banks are doing. Okay, all right, so I'll be back in a minute or two, hopefully. Probably take a lot longer. Get a breaker structure and pushing towards TP. I'll give you guys an update. All right. Okay, so price is moving very slow, and it's expected because it's Monday. So I decided to use the time to update my journal. Realized today's the 1st of July, so I've just created a new sheet starting fresh month, and I'm going to show you guys how I did for the previous month of June. And as you can see, I did take losses. I took about 5 losses, and I ended up with a win rate of 77.2%. So it was mainly a ranging market. There wasn't a lot going on. There was a downtrend based on some news catalysts, but it was really a ranging market. Not a lot going on, to be honest. The losses I took 5 in total, and I think it was 17 wins. And I'm quite happy with that, statistic wise, and also the consistency and the discipline I showed in this. So this really helped actually. So I collected a lot of useful data and could always refer to it, right? Risk to reward that I use, it varied between 2.1 and 1.1, and I took some losses, and I did actually trade GU 1 or 2 times, and they were wins. Okay, so probably the days where Euro USD was moving slow, I switched to GU, and I'm pretty sure if I did the same thing now, I would have got that trade by now. Okay, GU moves a lot quicker, so I'm happy with that. I do not really discuss too much about the money I make nowadays, because I don't think that's useful or helpful to anyone. It's not helpful for me exposing myself to the internet, talking about my finances, and it's not helpful for you guys because it gives you a false sense of reality. It makes you feel like you need to be doing more, maybe. Because I mean, if you have a look at YouTube and you see people who's got captions of how they made 1,000 or 5,000 in one day in 30 minutes, it makes you think that you could do that as well. You could, but can you do it consistently? Is your account big enough to do that? And it just makes you think that if you're not achieving those numbers, you're not really doing well. All of these are small scalps, okay? Some of them were $100, some of them $200, and I won most of my trades. If you do the maths, you see I'm good here. I'm really good here. Really, trading for us retail traders is something to supplement our income until the day we decide to become full-time traders. And even when you become a full-time trader, you'll find you don't really want to be in front of the computer too long. I'm not a full-time trader. I don't consider myself a full-time trader, but I don't work any other jobs because I have income from property elsewhere, right? But I don't consider myself a full-time trader because I don't want to be a full-time trader. I don't want to be here like 4 or 5 hours. I've been here about, what was it, 5, 10 minutes, and I've been away from the laptop, came back to have a look, nothing's happening, and I decided to record this. You don't want to be a full-time trader spending so many hours in front of the screen. It's not healthy, and also it gets you into bad situations. For instance, I'll show you. So as I was saying, for instance, back in the day, so price is still messing around. It's about 1 pip away, but back in the day, we got in here, it pushed down, and we're about, let's have a look. It was maybe about 3 pips away from hitting TP. Okay, so we're here, TP is there. It was 3.4 pips away from hitting TP, and it decided to just, U-turn. Okay, because it's Monday, and it could do whatever it wants on Monday. Nice and slow. Pushes all the way back up here, past my entry, close to my stop loss, and I did nothing. Okay, back in the day, if I was sitting in front of the computer watching this, what do you think I would have done here? I would have closed the position, right? Because it would have looked like it was taking me out. I would have panicked, closed the position. But look what's happened now. It's come all the way back. You pick this up with experience, but if you pay attention to the right channels, you'll learn this lesson as well because they're showing the right experience. Leave the trade alone, okay? If you are right, you are right. If you're wrong, you are wrong. You need to be able to accept the loss if you are wrong. And as you can see, I left the trade alone and it came back. And this is the point I'm making. If you sit in front of the computer or the laptop for so many hours, your emotions will get the better of you. You'll get anxious and you'll panic in situations like this. You'll close the trade, then see it start going in again, maybe getting a late entry, and it can start coming up again, and then you close the trade. It's not a situation you want to be in. And even if you do win this trade, you are now in an emotional state of mind, and you're probably going to jump in again because the adrenaline is kicked in and you become a gambler, and you're going to jump in again and overtrade and potentially lose. It happens. It's happened to me. It doesn't always have to happen this way. So one of the things I do is just walk away. I step away from the laptop, set my alarms, and wait for TP. As you can see, it's still slow. I'm getting tired of waiting again. I'm gonna touch back, show you guys the end of this, show you how it plays out. I'm gonna go and get some breakfast and do something else with my day, and I'll get back to you guys when this is concluded. Okay, as you saw, we just hit TP. You may have seen it, I didn't. I was actually making sandwiches, but I got the alert. I saw it on my phone that TP was reached. So recorded this just for you guys. Hope you appreciate it. If you do, you know what to do. If you have any questions, any comments, let me know. I showed you everything in this trade, how I find the trade, what happens during the process, how I avoid getting drawn into the market and get manipulated, and how I just stay patient and basically I don't look at the trade. Get in, leave it, and walk away and wait for it to play out. It can still go down further. We don't know what's going to happen. News catalyst in about 2 or 3 hours. That's 50-50. Could just drive down, then go back up. We'll see. We will not see. I will not be watching it. This is the end of my day. This is the end of the video. Hope you've enjoyed it. Peace.